Hi, everybody. Today, I'm sharing an awesome deck that's been tearing the local scene here in LA and Los Angeles, and it's my friend's deck, JediJbei, and he's playing Leia Organa. And he recently, in the last four tournaments, he's won three of them, and he's came in second. And this deck has been pretty much destroying everybody. He's been lucky. He's been dodging me, of course, my credit deck.
Oh
but,
my God.
But hey, it's okay. It's okay. We'll be soon enough. I've been winning other tournaments, so we've been dodging each other in tournaments. But it happens. But let me share this awesome deck. This is a first place deck that's been just kicking everybody's ass, and I hope you like it and you'll have some great ideas. So, JediJbei, tell me about your deck. Like,
Yeah.
how did you come up with this awesome deck?
So I started off the game playing Sabine, the aggro, which I still think is a top tier deck, but Leia just seemed to have a little more firepower, especially if we ended up going late game to 7 resources, which some control decks would push me that far, so I switched over. It's pretty standard. You know, we're running 3 infiltrators, 3 Sabines, 3 green squadrons, 3 alliance for the quick. If I have initiative, I try to go space. Otherwise, I go opposite of what they go. Standard 3 drops with the 3 fleet lieutenants, only 2 of the wings, 2 Admiral Akbars, 3 red 3s, 1 fighter, 3 echo base. This is just there for the extra 1 point of damage from the red. Every now and then really helps. Admiral Akbar has come in clutch, especially if I play it on turn 4 and have 2 characters on board. It takes out 3 drops, which helps keep the tempo up for me. You got the standard 4, 3 of the K2, 2 of the General Dodana, 2 of the Bright Hopes. Bright Hope has been a really good inclusion on it because most of the time when we play it, we get a return Fleet Lieutenant, who on the next turn, if I have initial, allows 2 attacks before they get to come back in, which really pushes the aggression. Late game is a little surprise tactics. That's when we run the 2 Mace Windows, the 1 black one, and the U-Wing. The Mace have won me numerous games. Last night it won me back-to-back games playing it on 7. They really don't expect it in Leia, and with the ambush and allowing you to ready most of the time on 7 when it drops, it allows me to take out a big Sentinel if they have one on the board that's already pinged something. Or lately it's been taking out Bobas on 7, kill the Boba, readies and allows 5 on base still, which definitely just swings the game to my advantage. Finisher, of course, is for a cause I believe in, which is great in this deck because when you play it, it automatically hits 4. Everything triggers it. So no matter if you have 2 of them, that's automatic 8 damage, normally wins. We all know Rebel Assault, 2 attacks. Heroic Sacrifices allows the little guys to push through the bigger defenders and draw me a card. So when my guy dies, I still get in a card, so I'm not losing an advantage. The black one I only run 1 of, but a lot of time I notice on turn 6, if I'm going wide against other aggros, both our hands are empty. This allows me to drop it, have a decent sized space unit, and fill my hand back up to 3. Which on the next turn, I normally will set 1 as resource, play 2, hands empty, ram it into something to kill it, draw 3 more. So now I keep board presence and a decent sized hand to keep pushing the pressure. The number 1 combo in the deck, obviously, is if you could have Leia on board with 2 units, it doesn't matter what size they have, and then draw, you know, like Fleet Lieutenant or Rebel Assault, because you can get 3 attacks off on 1 turn before they get to do anything. So you could Rebel Assault, swing, you know, with your green squadron, swing with Leia. Leia now allows another rebel unit to swing, and then you can swing with whatever their unit will have. Normally it's like 12 to 15 points of damage on that 1 turn. And on turn 6, that normally finishes the games. Control has not been a problem for us. Like Krennic, Iden, those things we really push to outrace, so we definitely go wide because we're just scared of super laser, but most of the time we could put enough damage before they get to the super laser and they can't keep up. 1-for-1 removal is not enough when I spit out 2 or 3 cards a turn. So it's definitely been a lot of fun. You know, I don't say I'm the greatest player, but the deck has definitely taken a lot of good wins, a lot of good surprises. Lots of times where I could grab initiative going into turn 5 and down by 12 points, ended up winning the game on 5 just because of the explosiveness of the deck. So definitely we appreciate the time and hope you enjoy the deck profile. You can check us out at connectandplay.gg on Instagram also.
I had a couple questions
Sure.
for you. Now, when you sit down, like, what's your, like, your what matchup do you want to see? Like when you're across from you, when you sit down.
That
like,
I want to see or don't want to see.
what you don't want to see, and what do you like to see?
Well, I like to see, honestly, I like to sit down against Control. Like sit down against Krennic, Palpatine, Iden, because I just think that the deck is too fast and explosive for them to keep up with. Like I have not lost against a Control deck yet.
And what's your worst matchup you would
The
probably
worst
say?
matchup, honestly, the worst matchup I had is actually Sabine if it draws the nuts. Because when Sabine draws the nuts and they can match you play for play, Sabine coming out on turn 4 compared to your Leia on 5, they kind of gain the advantage of that extra creature on the board. And if they have Rebel Salt in their turn and they grab a niche, they normally push through first. You know, it happened last night that what caused my game loss is I had enough for lethal. I had this in my hand, the creature on the board, I had a niche. He was at 12, I could swing for 8. I was at 10. He drew Rebel Assault, which pumped 2 of his guys, which put him through, even though I swung first. That killed me. If he didn't draw the Rebel Assault, I won with this. So it's just kind of like a 50-50 matchup, I feel, but definitely them being able to bring out Sabine on 4 sets it in their favor because now they're 1 creature on board in front of me.
How about when do you use your Tarkin Town?
Tarkin Town, I actually use it really early. Like a lot of time when people, I'll kill the early drops with it. Like a lot of time against Krennic, a lot of time they'll drop, you know, the snow speeder bike on the first turn, second turn, they'll shoot it with their trooper, and then I'll use this right away just to take it out because that's 3 coming in and it takes anything off my board.
So you
I
just
like to
want
use
to
it
wipe
early.
out the first thread that comes up
The first
to your
thread that comes
units.
on board, that way I keep board advantage.
Now I
on it.
notice,
And I've even used it a couple of times. I've used it a couple of times on my K2. When I attack with K2 to take out one of the units and K2's not dead, he's going to die next turn anyways, I'll just blow it up to deal the 3 to put onto their base.
I noticed that when you started the deck tech that you're saying that you ran the opposite of what your opponent would play. So if they ran ground units, you would go to the
I go to space.
If they're running space, you would
I
go
start
to the
with
ground.
Correct.
So where did that line of thinking come from? Just experience playing the game? Or?
I think it's just experience from playing the game, playing numerous other card games, because you want to be able to make sure, you want to play super aggro, so you want to be able to sure to hit on every time without losing a creature. So if they have a creature on the ground and you go to their base, a lot of time they're going to put their creature into your creature, and next turn you're not going to swing for anything to start. But I have space, I know I'm going to be able to swing and get some points in. Then they put something on space, if I lose it, I'll go back to ground. I just always want to keep a creature alive in a territory that they don't have, because when Fleet Commander comes out, it allows that creature to swing for 2 bonus already, which definitely helps speed it up.
Now, there's many Leia Organa decks out there. What makes yours stand out from other versions that you've seen?
I haven't played any Leias that run Mace.
Okay.
You know, and that's one mean. A lot of them play the 6-cost grit red white dude.
Yeah.
Who, if he has 15 points of damage, comes and play ready, which is cool. But sometimes when he comes to play ready, he doesn't get swing, so he dies. I just found Mace to be stronger. It's 1 turn quicker, and it also comes out with the U-wing. The other big tech that help a lot is the Bright Hope. It being a 2/6 Sentinel, normally it could hold off 2 attacks in space once it comes into play. Yeah. So it allows me to return some of these smaller guys that have damage, or it allows me to return Fleet Commander, which if Leia's on board and another 2 creature on board and I return Fleet Commander sets 3 attacks up when he comes back into play. So bouncing Fleet Commander with this, or bouncing the Wing Leader and put 2 more tokens next turn off this, is great, especially when you can bounce this, next turn play this, put 2 tokens on this, you got a 4/8 Sentinel on the board, which is huge.
When at the start of the deck tech, you said that you played Sabine before, and you just found that you had more. You were still same aggro, but you felt more comfortable going late in the game with Leia more than Sabine.
I do.
You would never run out of steam, and you just feel that you have better aggro and late game. With
I do, because when I play
Organa over Sabine.
I do, because when I play Sabine, what I try to do a lot of time, if they start off on fire and just have enough draw, I try to actually trade.
Yeah.
So that way I'll trade my units into their units. And then when we hit the late game, Mace comes out and allows me to normally wipe 2 units, still be alive, swing for 5, and now I got board control. So it's definitely, you play more control instead of aggro when I'm playing Sabine. You just want to try to trade creature for creature until you get the advantage of 2 or 3 creatures up, or just wait for Mace, because Mace I could get him out in the mirror match or against Sabine, he normally eats their board and he's the winner.
Is there any strategy that you would tell people who are picking up this deck, like newbies, like how to play Admiral Akbar or any like combos that, or anytime you play certain cards in certain situations that you wanted to share?
I think a lot of it is just practice. Second, like we said earlier, is go the opposite area that your opponent's going. So you have enough space units to outrace them in space. You have enough ground units to outrace them in ground. So if they're playing space heavy, go ground heavy and just push the aggro with like fleet lieutenants and K2s. And if they're going ground, go heavy, because if they can't deal with your green squadron, once red 3 comes out, once your wing commander comes out with some tokens, green squadron swinging all this stuff for like 8-9 a turn. If they have nothing in space, they can't deal with it.
Now over here in Southern California, you know, you're being known as that guy that's kicking everybody's butt with their Organa. How can people find you? Like how can people find you, like, you know, on Twitter or app or anything, or Facebook or whatever?
So right now we're on Facebook and Instagram. I'm part of a company called connectandplay.gg. On Instagram is connectandplay.gg. Same on Facebook. Right now we're currently uploading, you know, just fun videos about the game industry. We're going to start uploading some more deck techs, some interviews like this. And it's actually a platform to where we're launching a new trading card app to help you find local players to play with, tournament scene in your areas, and a buy-sell trade platform on there. And the app will be launching in about a month. So we're really hoping that it'll connect other players for this game and other card games they love throughout the US with each other. So it should be pretty cool. Check us out. Give us a follow on connectandplay.gg on Instagram for all the information on the upcoming app.
I just want to thank you one more time, JediJbei. If I butcher your name, just let me know. Did I pronounce it correct?
JediJbei.
JBei.
You know,
JediJbei.
And
thank you so much for being part of this deck tech.
Of course.
And always, you know, playing against me. You're one of the best players. And, you know, last 4 tournaments, hey, 3 first place and 1 second. So,
yeah,
you know,
definitely.
You're proving it out there, and everybody knows who you are. And they don't want to sit down right in front of you because they know that they might be going home quick.
Well, Lucky, I appreciate your time, and I look forward to doing more deck techs with you on your channel. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Take care. Bye-bye.